Hey guys, and welcome back to our Build the DeLorean series from Back to the Future. Today we're going to be working on issue 2, which it looks to me is going to be the front fender. So let's take a quick look at our weekly magazine. There's a front fender and all the other parts. Looks like we're going to be doing the second rear tail light as well in this issue. And here's our step-by-step instructions, which we'll be doing during the video. More articles regarding Back to the Future. By the time this series is done, for those of you that hang on to these magazines, you're going to have like the most comprehensive Back to the Future encyclopedia you could ever hope to have. I mean, we're talking like, these are concept drawings here before they'd even, started shooting and all sorts of fun stuff. Here's an article on the clock tower. Looks like we're going to be doing the wheel in issue 3. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, we've got our frame here. Again, a really nice metal die-cast piece. Very, very happy with these pieces. This thing is going to be incredible. So, I line a longer piece of black trim, which looks like it's going to be this piece here, with the 3 holes on the outside of the wing. Looks like it's right there. Press the trim firmly into place. Well, I did that, but nothing's happening. So I'm guessing we're going to be needing more screws, which is step 2. Thread 2 AP screws into the outermost holes. So here we go again with these itty bitty little screws that they provide for this thing. For those of you that watched the last issue, these screws are a struggle, but thank God they provide you with a screwdriver that gets the job done fairly well. But just getting them out of this bag is a royal pain. Here we got one. Stick on our screwdriver. Make sure that's in place. And hopefully you can see that on camera where I'm screwing it in there. It's also in the diagram here. And same thing again for the other side. And there are plenty of YouTube videos out there already for people that are building this thing. Over in the UK, as I mentioned in my last video, the UK has had this for quite a while at this point, and they've even got a Facebook page dedicated to it, like Build the Delorean, I think is the name of the Facebook page. And you can see other people's work on there up through like issue number 50, where they've got like the entire base and the electronics are being built on it and all sorts of cool stuff. So we're a ways from that, but anyway, on we go. The trim. Take the shorter piece and align it with the 2 corresponding holes on the outside of the wing. So it looks like that's going to go right there. Boy, that's tiny. Okay. And it looks like we're going to be doing 1 screw for that one. Yep. So let's go back into our bag of microscopic screws. Now, for those of you that were watching the last video, when I finished with the instructions, I had a few screws left over. So I either made a mistake somewhere, or they provide a few extra in case you lose one. I guess there's not really any way to know until we get further down the road, but I will be hanging on to all those screws just in case. I also found it a little strange that they didn't want us to put the license plate in there, but maybe we need to put in the second tail light before we're able to do that, which is provided in this issue, so I guess we'll find out. Okay, so there's the lining, and then it looks like we're going to be starting with the second tail light. So here we've got all our pieces again, just like we had in the last issue. So we have this one, it goes right there. This one goes right here. Again, these don't snap into place very well, but they should stay secure when you screw it into the back bumper. There we go on that. And then it looks like we're going to need our back bumper. So, fortunately I've still got that here. So, here's our back bumper from the last video. And we're going to be plugging this in here on the other side. Oops. Again, these don't snap in. They're just kind of sitting in there, which makes this section a little more difficult. Okay, I felt it click in, so I think I got it. Although it's swelling a little bit in the center for some reason. It doesn't fit flush like the other one did. Probably an error on my part, if I had to guess. It just doesn't want to slide in like the other one did. Another attempt here. It just doesn't want to go in. I'm not sure what's causing the issue here. Not seeing anything that's inherently different from the other side. It definitely does not want to go in there. And I spilled all my pieces again. My novice experience here is definitely coming to the surface at this point. As you can see, I can get it in there, but it just doesn't want to sit in place like it should. It's not flush like this side is here. I don't know if you can see that, but the lip on this side is all straight, and this side is like bunched at the bottom. I think we might have a piece that's a little ill-fitting on this side. If that's the case, there's not going to be anything that we can do about it. But once I get it screwed in there, it will hold in place, whether it's a little bit bent or not. And it is definitely a little bit bent. But again, I think it's a manufacturing defect. I guess we'll find out. And once it's in there, We need a BP screw to hold it in place. This is going to be very difficult to hold in place because obviously it doesn't want to hold in place. Let's see if I can get it in there without the lights, since they just keep falling out anyway. Okay, well, without the lights, it seems to be a much better fit. So, maybe it's got something to do with one of the lights being slightly off. I need to push a little bit harder. See if I can get those to click into place here. I really don't know what else to do at this point. Yeah, it looks like one of the lights wants to keep clicking out of place, which is probably what's causing the problem. But again, I think that's a manufacturing issue. It just doesn't want to quite fit in there like it should. This is going to be very, very difficult. Now, we're only 2 issues in, and I'm already having trouble. Definitely not a good sign. Hopefully I don't need somebody's help to finish this freaking thing. Okay, I think I got it. Yep, whatever the problem was, it's flush now. So hopefully I can get it screwed in there without it falling apart on me. Put that very carefully right there. And that's a BP screw. Hopefully I can get that in there before that whole thing pops out again. What a pain. But as you can see, it's looking very nice. Push that down, flip it over. I'm assuming that once the screw is tight, everything should be fine. Okay, that's pretty snug. And I was right. It's good. So, that was a pain, but we got it. Okay. Screws in there. We just did that. So, now we need to clip the assembled number plate, holder, and base into the space between the 2 light panels in the car's rear section. So I was right about that, as far as putting the license plate on there, that we were waiting for the second tail light. So, now we have this from our last issue, and we're going to see if we can get that clipped in there. So, here we go. Oh, there it goes, and it snaps right in. Okay, I think we got it. And the plate should fit neatly into the rear section. Using 2 AP screws and a screwdriver, secure the plate. Now, here's our super duper itty bitty screws again. And we're going to be putting those in right there. So, here we go. I actually watched a few YouTube videos on how to assemble this thing before I even subscribed. And there are plenty of issues out there where people have gotten to this point very, very easily. But, of course, I'm not one of those people. So, for those of you who have pretty much zero modeling experience, you know, once we're into issue 30 or something, if I'm still able to put this together, you can feel pretty confident that you'll be able to do that as well. Here's our second AP screw. If I'm not able to get this thing assembled, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, because having a partially assembled Delorean really doesn't do anybody any good. But at least I got a cool poster with issue 1, so there is that. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. That's a very nice bumper there. Holy moly. Okay, what's next? Oh, I guess that's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have survived issue 2 with no disasters happening. And again, we have 1 screw left over, so probably just going to add that to my screw stash, which is probably going to be accumulating at this point until I find out whether I've made a mistake or if they're just providing us with a couple of extra screws. But anyway, there's issue 2. I believe issue 3 is the tire. Let's go to the back here. Yep, issue 3 will be the tire. So we'll be working on that next time. Take care, guys, and I'll see you then.